So this particular property, this 3 acres right here, that was an auto salvage yard for 60 years of trash. You know, each time that it would rain, of course, the water would percolate through all of the chemicals that had been dumped on this property, and then out into the French Broad River it would go. This has been on a lot of people's radars for a long time. So this 18-month process that it's taken for us to get here has been an amazing one, and we have a lot of great partners. So being able to clean this up is one step closer to cleaning up our waterways in this area. So this location is 1420 Riverside Drive. We're in Woodfin, the town of Woodfin. The property was a privately owned property for all those years. It was an auto salvage yard. The property was grandfathered in so that it could be an auto salvage yard, even though the Clean Water Act passed in 1974, which sort of put more rules in place to keep properties like this from existing so close to the river. We're just a few feet away from it right now.
We had worked with the property owners in there, and then when the state came in and issued the order that it had to be cleaned up, and the property owners didn't have the funds to do that, then the state came in and said, okay, we have a fund, and when you purchase a tire, you notice there's a fee tacked on to each tire, and that's what this money goes for, is clean up and things like that. Well, that property had been used as a tire crusher for the last several years, and prior to that time I think was kind of a junk car lot. But it's something that we'd been concerned with because it had so many tires and leftover remnants, scrap metal, so forth, since the business had closed, and we'd been looking at it and wanted to do what we could to get it cleaned up.
So Biltmore Iron and Metal, they're the principal in this process out here. These guys have been out here for 7 weeks now, clearing the property, and what they're basically doing is they're taking the tires with rims, tires without rims, sorting them, cleaning them out, taking those items and sending them to recyclers. And there's a couple of different recyclers they're working with to make sure all the tires are recycled and they don't end up into a landfill. So Biltmore Iron and Metal, they're doing the heavy lifting. You know, sorry for the pun. The big green machine behind us has been out here and going nonstop for 7 weeks. So that's tractor trailer loads of tires has been leading the property. We're estimating somewhere about 50,000 tires have left the property so far. We estimated 20 to 40,000 tires on the property, so we were wrong with our estimate.
We've been out here sorting and cleaning the property, doing the majority of the work with that one machine right there. He's been out here for 6 straight weeks, you know, picking tires and sorting them out. We had to sort all the tires with rims from the tires without rims. They take 2 different recyclers. So far we've pulled out about 1.5 million pounds of tires and tires with rims combined. Larger than we expected, and we've been here longer than we thought. We thought it'd take 4 weeks. 6 weeks was like this is gonna, you know, really long term, and we're on 7 weeks, and he has been working nonstop. And we've pulled out 3 tractor trailer loads of trash so far. It's just been good to get all this off the property.
What we estimate, the number of loads, we hauled 49 big tractor trailer loads of tires out of there, the contractor did. 855 tons of these tires, which ended up being around 85,500 tires. And that was a tremendous amount. We'd first estimated like 15,000, 20,000, then we got up to 40,000, 50,000. It kept growing.
Where Asheville Greenworks comes into this is we bring in the volunteers to work on the environmental sort of restoration aspect of this particular property. We're most concerned with the riverbank. The riverbank took a hit through this whole process, so with removing all of the trash and tires from the riverbank, from the river, we've immediately come back in and carefully started restoring it by planting in native trees, black willows, river birch, hazelnut, maples, everything native. And actually those were donated by a local nursery, Southeastern Natives in Candler, donated all those plantings. And there's going to be several more people that's going to be donating more to restore the riverbank. But not only that, but we're putting in silt fencing, carefully restoring this by putting in native grasses, so this will grow in correctly and hold it back each time it rains from here on out.
It's a beautiful piece of property, and it's something that people have been interested in seeing cleaned up, and now that it is cleaned up, whatever happens to it, it won't be the same as same type of business if a business goes in there as what's there now. So we can see some benefits to the environment in particular, and hopefully with a proposed greenway coming down through there, this will be part of that project.
Whomever purchases the property will also purchase the 60 years worth of problems that comes with this. The person who does purchase it will have to start testing on it to find out what they can and cannot do with the property. If they want to build a structure, if they want to, turn it into a park, whatever it is that they decide to do, this will have to go through a proper steps to do this, and that is not going to be a cheap process by no means. Turning it over to a conservation easement is not an inexpensive process either, but there are funds that can be set aside for that through nonprofits to help put this thing together, so it would not be a tax burden for anybody who is interested in this becoming a public property.